So you are home shopping in Denver, Colorado and want to know where you can find the coolest architectural designs. Or maybe you're not even home shopping, you just want to know where you can find them. Either way, you found the right video because today I'm going to break down what cities, communities, and suburbs and communities, if I didn't say that, where you can find these 6 architectural designs that are the most famous and common here in Denver, Colorado. If you're new to my channel, hello, what is up? My name is Torrey Drake. I'm a local Denver realtor. That means I love Denver, I love Colorado, and I'd love to help you with any real estate needs. If you have any, my contact information is in the YouTube description. All right, let's rock and roll. Here are the architectural designs I'm gonna cover, and I'm also gonna really briefly touch on some of the pros and cons of these homes. Oh, a quick note, because I don't want this video to get outdated, I'm not going to be giving average price points for styles of homes or communities because that becomes outdated very quickly. However, what you can easily do to figure out a price point of a home style or a community is just go to Zillow, type in the community, let's just say Capitol Hill or Washington Park, and then check the box that says search for closed homes instead of for sale home, and you can see what these homes are actually selling for. These 6 design styles I'm going to give you the rundown on are the mid-century modern, Victorian, Denver Square, Craftsman Bungalow, Tudor Revival, and the Mediterranean Revival. Let's go ahead and dive in and kick off with mid-century modern. So the history of mid-century modern, you can thank California for this oh so popular style. Single-story mid-century ranches have been beloved since the post-war boom for good reasons. Usually they don't have any stairs in them, so they're a lot easier without going around stairs. They're open floor plans, and key for Denver is they have attached garages most often, which is very important in Denver because of the snow. Something to know about mid-century moderns is they have flat or slightly slanted roofs, and so that means there's usually very little insulation between the ceiling and the roof. They also tend to have larger single-pane windows, unless they've been replaced, and they can lose a lot of heat in the winter with those large windows if they haven't been replaced and with the double-pane window. So where can you find mid-century moderns? You can find them in Virginia Village, Arapahoe Acres, Bel Air, and Wheat Ridge, Bonnie Brae, Harvey Park, Hilltop, Linwood, Montclair, South Dahlia Lane, and Virginia Village, which I actually said that twice. Anyway, I have them up on the screen. These are the communities that you can find the mid-century moderns in Denver. Moving on to Victorian. We have a lot of really cool Victorian homes here in Denver, and they're really, really beautiful. Victorians have both interiors and exteriors that are unbelievably cinematic, so you just feel like you're living in a movie all the time. Maybe a horror movie, who knows, but either way, a movie. It's really difficult to do any main floor primary bedroom, so expect the primary bedroom to usually not be on the main floor, which depending on your preferences may or may not be a big deal. And a lot of the Victorians here in Denver have regulations on what you can and can't remodel, especially if you're buying them in the Capitol Hill area, because Denver wants to preserve its history. Some areas to look for Victorian homes are Baker, Capitol Hill, City Park West, City Park South, Curtis Park, Sloan's Lake, and Washington Park West. Next up on the architectural journey here is what's called the Denver Square. Now, in our defense, it's locally called the Denver Square, but architecturally it's called the Four Squares. Four square homes are really popular in the 20th century. They're usually 2 stories and have quite large porches that usually wrap all around the house, forming, you guessed it, a giant square. Now, something to know about four square homes / Denver Square homes is right now, open living is really popular. Four square homes / Denver Square homes, they're usually not open design or open concept unless they've been remodeled to do that. The rooms are much more sectioned off, like a specific dining room, living room, kitchen, that type of good stuff, which people who are shopping for Denver Squares, which I'm going to prefer to call it back because I'm in Denver, usually prefer it that way. So where can you find Four Square / Denver Square homes? You can find them in Baker, Capitol Hill, Cheeseman Park, City Park West, City Park South, Five Points, Highlands, and Washington Park. Next up are the Craftsman Bungalows, which are very cute little homes, and I use the word little very specifically. A lot of the times, these homes are smaller in square footage, and they can feel a little bit more cramped. And a couple things to know about Craftsman Bungalows is that they're typically 1-level floor plans. Sometimes they do have a basement though. Actually, oftentimes they do, especially here in Denver, but they're usually not 2 stories. There's a bed and bath pretty much always on the main floor, which is a plus. And the drawback is that some people think they're dark because they have large overhanging roofs, which were done intentionally to create shade and keep the living spaces cooler. So where can you find Craftsman Bungalows in Denver? Great question. You can find them in City Park, Congress Park, Platt Park, West Highlands, and Washington Park. Tudor Revival is up next. Now, what I like to say about Tudor Revivals is that Hansel and Gretel would feel quite at home because they really feel like they're straight out of a fairy tale with decorative wood that is in the architectural world is called half timbering, that adds an interest to the brick, stucco, stone facades, and it was really popular in the 1920s. And one of the cool things about Tudor Revivals is that the interior normally has a lot of really beautiful detail as well, like arched doorways and other small details that you'll notice throughout the home. So if you like a lot of character on the interior of your home, Tudor Revival is a great type of architectural home to consider. Where can you find them? Good question. You can get them in Belcaro, Bonnie Bray, Mayfair, Montclair, Park Hill, and Washington Park. As you can see, Washington Park, has a lot of architectural styles going on there, which makes it such a fun and cool neighborhood to walk around. And by the way, I've got community tours on literally all the communities that make up the greater Denver area. So if whether you're shopping for homes or shopping for a community that you want to be in, check out my playlist, Things to Know, Places to Go. I have like over 12, 15, maybe even near 20 community tours that I call Things to Know, Places to Go, because I tell you all the things I think you should know about a community and all the cool places to go in the form of a really great local coffee shop, food spot, and a fun local thing to do. So check those out. Last up is the Mediterranean Revival. Now, this is one of the more rare ones to find in Denver. Some things to know about Mediterranean Revivals is they do tend to be smaller in size, around that 1,200 square foot mark. And the tile roofs that these come with, a lot of them have tile roofs, can be quite a pain in the butt to replace. The average replacement cost of a regular asphalt shingle roof is about $10,000 to $20,000, and a tile roof can be anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a roofer. This is not a quote. This is not advice. I'm just saying tile roofs are usually a lot more expensive to replace. As I mentioned, these are more rare to find, so the two areas I recommend checking out are South Park Hill and Sloan's Lake. Well, that concludes the architectural design tour of Denver, Colorado. Hope you found this helpful. Once again, my name is Torrey Drake. I'm a local Denver realtor. So that means, yes, I would love to help you with any real estate needs if you have any in Denver. I would so love to hear from you. It's already been so freaking cool to hear from you guys. I just started doing YouTube a few months ago, like in February, less than a year ago, and I've already gotten to help quite a few of you buy homes and sell homes here in Denver. So that has been so fun. My contact information is in the description below. You can reach me. I can reach out using that information, or you can follow me. And you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post on there every single day. I'm super active, and I think I post some pretty darn cool stuff, if I do say so myself. Guys, thank you so much. Hit the like button, subscribe button if you like the content. I'll see you on the next one.